Hey, I'm Carl Hood with Analog Way, and welcome to my office hours. So let's talk about using AOI on outputs. Let's dive in. So as you can see here, I have this main LED that I've built, and what I'll tell you, which you probably can't see yet, is that I have this built out of 3 outputs. In fact, let's go take a look. Under pre-config, we're gonna go to canvas. Here I can see I've got 3 outputs. All 3 of them are sending UHD signals, right? 3840 by 2160. And the problem is, even though they're side by side and I have one nice big seamless canvas, this resolution is way bigger than what I want it to be. So maybe what I'm actually looking for is a wall that was built to be 9600 by 1728. Now, I can do this a number of ways, but one of the easier ways to do this and to ensure that I'm still technically using standard signals is by using AOI. So to set an AOI on an output in the Aquilon, you're gonna go to the Canvas tab, which is where we are now, and then in this tree map, you're gonna go all the way down to the port for a specific output. So I'm gonna click here on output 5. You'll notice on the right, there's the AOI section. And for a custom AOI, I can click on AOI, and I can change how much of the signal is actually going to be visual content, right? How much is going to be my area of interest, hence AOI. Now, in this case, if I zoom back out to my main wall, let's just assume I'm going to do 3840 by 1728 here, the same thing here, and then this one is the one that I'm going to really shave quite a bit of pixels off of to kind of hit that 9600 by 1728. And this is all dependent on how the LED wall was built in real life, but let's kind of pretend that that's how the wall was built in real life. 3840 by 1728, same thing, and then this is actually going to end up being 1920 by 1728. So let's go to output 5. And for a custom AOI, I'm gonna set this one to 1728 and hit enter. Now, because the second output, or output 6 in this case, is gonna be the same AOI, I can actually just copy this, go click on output 6, and paste. There you go. Now, I can do the same for output 7, but we're not quite done yet because I also need to bring the horizontal resolution of my AOI down to 1920. If I now zoom back out to the whole canvas by clicking on canvas up here, I can see that my outputs are obviously represented by different resolutions, but these are my active resolutions within each signal, and now I have my 9600 by 1728. Now, when you're using AOI, you need to remember that you are technically sending the original resolution on each output. So in my case, I'm still technically sending 3 UHD signals, which means that the cables for all of these, whether they're SDI or HDMI or whatever, actually need to be able to support the full UHD raster per cable, right? Even though the AOI is set to seemingly really small, right? So in this case, on the third output, it's 1920 by 1728, right? Really tiny. But the actual full signal is still UHD, so you need to make sure the infrastructure of your system supports that on every output in this case. But that's how to configure AOI on one or more outputs in the Aquilon. Be sure to check out my other office hours videos for more tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.